Okay, let's take a look at Linux Mint as one of the most popular consumer downloads. I thought we should take a look at that one. And honestly, in years past, when we've let students test out which version they like the most, this is the version that they seem to like the most. Now, I will tell you that it installs very much like Ubuntu, if you've already watched the Ubuntu video. And it also only installs from the CD itself. So you basically have to do the boot to CD, which you'll see is very, very quick. And then there's an icon right on the desktop that says that you want to install. And it's going to look amazingly like Ubuntu from that point forward. So as we get here to the install, we're going to see that icon, or that, shortcut, whatever icon right on the desktop that says install Linux Mint. Basically, you just click on that to start the install, and then from there on out, it's going to look amazingly like Ubuntu. It looks very similar. The screen looks exactly the same, slightly different colors, the exact same questions. Except for this one, it didn't ask us if we wanted to install media codecs on Ubuntu, but we do if we want to make sure everything works on it. And pretty much most of these questions are exactly the same that we were asked during the Ubuntu install. The same question, you want to install it as a clean install, so you use the entire drive. Just hit install now. It's going to ask you again, just like Ubuntu did, to verify the install. And then the questions are pretty much the same. Yes, we live in New York. Add a name and a password, and I would just make the password for now so that you can't forget it. If you were actually doing it at your home, I would not make it password unless you, again, didn't want to forget it and there's nobody else using it. There's nothing wrong with that for a local machine. Not super secure, but it gets the idea across. So that you need to remember what the password is to do installs after that, but that's perfectly fine for just a machine at home. I would make it like we just did, have it auto log on, just like we did before with Ubuntu, so that it comes up as quickly as possible. I'm going to go ahead and scroll to the end of the install process. It's going really fast here through the install, and then I get to the exact same point it did on Ubuntu. Ask us, it tells us that it's ready to go. Ask us if we want to restart. We just say yes. Start the restart. It's going to ask us the same question to remove our install media. And then we're going to boot it right back up into now the hard drive install, and it'll be even faster. After that, it looks a little bit different than Ubuntu did, but very similar. Linux Mint seems to have more innate applications, and it seems to work with more things that I found out, and that's why we ended up using it on our laptops at school. So this may be the version that you want to try at on your school laptop to make sure everything works with it. You can see once we get on there, it looks very Windows-ish as far as how the things are organized. And it has the same install features that Ubuntu did as far as having a store that you can click on and just add software. It looks very similar to that install that we did previous to this one. So when you get ready to install, it just boots from the CD, say you install, and then go through the basic questions, the basic installation questions. When you're all done, it uses about 10 gig of space because it comes with a bunch of software to begin with. So you can use it on a very small drive. And you basically have everything that you'd want to have as soon as you get it going. I'm just showing here that it also includes, actually this one has Super TuxKart, an upgraded version. Has a bunch of software that you can add to it, and you can play with that and go through those software installs when you're ready. And after that, I just wanted to show you that of the 60 gig drive, there's 49.3 gig free, something that I always pay attention to whenever I'm installing a new operating system. How much does it use of my hard drive? How much will I have left? In this case, it uses around 10 gig of your hard drive space, and you've got everything else left for you to use for programs, files, and such. That's it for Linux Mint. It's a really easy install. Probably one of the easiest that I've done. Very similar to Ubuntu. And we're also going to look at Linux MX as an install option as well.